All right. Your boy Maloyski 777, and today let's talk about the purification function from the command post. So, a, a few days ago, someone asked me, how do you use the purification? So, I am going to make this content for today, so to be able to explain more about the purification. So first of all, one of the important things to know about purification is that you are basically, or about the commanders, is that they are basically support for a particular lineup. For example, enlighten here is for summons, grace is for energy teams, gabal is for assassins, obek is for tanks, karmota is for hunters, and hagradon is for vanguard. So depending on the specialty of the commander, we will try to, or we need to have stats that are beneficial for that said lineup. So here, enlighten, I have a few I have a few stats which are beneficial for my summons. For example, here I have an ultimate +2 for Dorali, an ultimate +1 for this guy, I forgot the name. And here I have a couple of stats: summon +7.5%, hero attack +1000x attack, and I also have a +41,325 health boost, so, or X HP boost. So the thing about purification is that you're basically trying to roll or to draw stats that are good for your summons. For example, when I do this, boom, I will draw new stats. And by the way, on the left side, it's always hero ultimate stat boosts, while on the right side, it's all about stat boosts for HP, attack, defense, whatsoever. So yeah, now I won't, of course I am not going to. So here you have the choice to discard, replace, or re-purify. Discard, basically you're going to throw away the new draw or the new stats that you've drawn. You won't be using it. Replace will means you're going to replace the new drawn stats and will become the stats of your commander. So here, of course, I'm not going to replace the stats. I'm just doing this so I can show you guys. So because I think my current is okay, my current stats for enlighten is already okay, so I'm not going to change that anymore unless I get more resources. So, and then lastly, re-purify, which means you'll just re-purify again and hope to draw out good stats. So that's pretty much that. So I'm going to discard, and let's move on to the next aspect of purification, which is the lock function. So here, it's possible for you to lock one of the stats. So for example, here I will lock 1, I will lock this summon plus 7.5% attack. So when I when I press on the purification, this one, the one that I locked, will be retained. Right? So it was retained. But however, it comes with a price which is 60 diamonds, which is fine. So of course, I'm going to discard again. So I just wanted to show you that. Also, the number of stats you can lock is not just one. You can actually draw, or I mean, you can actually lock two. And then, however, the requirements are also increased. Now you need to consume one premium hourglass. So, yeah. So now you can lock two slots or stats. Then you can actually also lock 3. However, the requirement changes. Now you have to use glorious hourglass, which is much harder to acquire. And then finally you can lock up to 4. So that's actually the limit. You can lock up to 4 stats, and if you're going to lock 4 stats, you're going to need 2 glorious hourglasses. And as you can see, I only have 13 because, well, that's just how much this item is hard to acquire. Well, of course, if you can lock up to 4 stats, then that increases your possibility of being able to get, or being able to mold your commander into having good stats for your team. So from what I understand, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what we need to learn about this purification function. Okay, so let me just now show you my other commanders. So here, for my grace, I have energy. I chose to have attack, bonus in attack, bonus in health, and the one that I wanted for this, or I was lucky enough to draw a +2 ultimate for Jaina, a +1 ultimate for Coriolis. And by the way, speaking of which, what happens if when you have a plus on the ultimate? Well, for example, this one, so there is a bonus effect. So here, if there's a +1, it becomes level 4. And since I have a +2 for Jaina, I will have it until level 5, which means the damage becomes 1600% to 2800%. So it's a big boost from maximum 2.4 to 2.8. So having being able to draw plus ultimates for heroes in your commander stats is a good thing. It's a great thing. It's probably the best that these commanders can do for your lineups. So far, yeah, I have plus ultimates for some of the heroes, or I mean, I have plus ultimates for each commander that I have, except for my Vanguard. However, I actually have really good stats for my Vanguard team. So there's a lot of health boosts as well as a plus 1000. Alright, so yep, that's all about purification function that I can share to you guys. I hope that helps out a lot. So yeah, your boy Malolski 777 signing out.